Spiral, 2 Jews, 2 mics, 2 hours, starting now.
Now you should hear me.
Yeah, I do.
Excellent.
All right.
I officially have a shitty mic cord now.
Do you only have one cord?
It's the only one I have at hand. Right now we're fine.
That'd be your last day over at what's the name of the people who do the film Magic or George Lucas film or
ILM?
Is that what it was?
Industrial Light and Magic.
That's your last day. Well, I don't have one. I don't have a backup on me. I didn't realize that. Am I going to be yelled at for stopping the shoot? Oh, now I'm the bad guy because I have only one cord. Okay, I'm sorry about this bit. But can you think of all the bits that I didn't do? In the old days, I'd go wild on this bit, make a meal out of it, order dessert.
Yeah.
How's it sound, though? Are you okay?
I'm good, yeah. Oh,
as long as you don't move, right?
Exactly.
Folks, if you buy me a cup of coffee, we promise if we raise over $1,000 this year, we will get new cords. Cords up the yin-yang, so we never have to worry. I am sucking on a lozenge. I'm Jerry Lewising this.
Yeah, it's not a good piece.
It's not a good look.
Not a good piece of broadcasting.
Okay. I took it out, but reluctantly because there was still some left. And it's, don't kid yourself, it's a biotin thing. It's a biotin. It's made for dry mouth.
Huh.
Isn't that good?
It is.
Well, Josh, enough with this tomfoolery. How was your weekend? Are we not allowed to say weekend anymore because it's not politically correct? That's the way Bill Maher wakes up in the morning. Oh, I can't say weekend anymore. Oh, what else can I say? I
can't say. New rule, people.
Oh, I can't say black people. What do you want to be? What do they want to be called now? Just tell me what they want. Oh, I can't call them they? Oh, I can't say they? Oh, just because I believe that I'm from a superior white race, I can't point. Oh, I'm the bad guy for pointing out that I am like a superior Nazi. Oh, I'm wrong for saying fascism is good and all other races are inferior to my white race.
Wow, I think you might be oversimplifying his position.
You know, you're saying not everything's black and white.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, I hate to pull you back when it comes to Bill Maher, but still.
It's a little bit like pulling me back, a little bit like watching, dealing with me is like Animal House, a little bit, when John Belushi goes on the thing. You don't want to stop me sometimes because there's something good to come out.
Fuck it, he's on a roll.
Yeah. But sometimes it could be like, I don't think, because I'm reading this article about the Real Housewives in Variety. There's one Ramona Singer, and I just said all I pointed out was that most black households don't have a father. I just quoted the thing. Oh, what is that? Okay, so I said to them the first day, look. Oh, new people. They were black people. They hired black people on the production end because it seemed to be a lot of racism going on the white shows. They said, Who are you doing? Ramona Singer. Ramona Singer. All the fans will know.
Okay.
Oh, look. Oh, what's your name? Whatever you do, though, don't change your hair because I won't remember. I won't be able to tell who you are if you change your hair. I say this to everybody. This is an excuse. It's a running bit on the show. I thought Trump was Biden. You know, that kind of thing. And things like, oh, what is they? You know, a lot of things like, what do they want? What should I do about it then? What do I want? How would they prefer to be objectified? What's the word when you a whole race of people? It's not objectifying them. It's that's when it's misogyny is objectifying them. Oh, but if the thing I'm saying about the entire group of people, they're on black people time. Oh, I'm wrong. I'm wrong because I've noticed that every black person in my entire life is late by 7 minutes.
Yeah. Generalizing, stereotyping. What's the word you're looking for?
Well, it's like it's like Josh reminiscence. It's Andy. It's a little bit extension of I'm the bad guy, where you say terrible things and then you also then point it out further by going, okay, that's right. I'm sorry. I grew up in a very white environment.
I was taught not to think about other people.
You're right. What do you want me to say? I can't tell the difference between them. What do you want me to do? You want me to number them? This is a good bit and a bad thing. All right. First of all, I want to tell you my wonderful. Oh, first of all, how did I ask you how your weekend was?
I don't know.
Started.
It wouldn't have mattered if you did.
Anything new on the horizon on the JVW Nordstrom front?
No department store shopping in my future. No.
Well, have I got stories for you? Strap yourselves in because it's going to be starting out. Sometimes it'll start out interesting, and then it'll fizzle into garbage, mundane reportage of daily activities.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to San Diego.
Welcome to He Watches TV. He takes a walk.
What did you do? I saw that.
No, you actually left the house. You went to San Diego. I don't want to derail an actual story.
Yes, I went to San Diego. No, we're going to San Diego today for family purposes.
Okay.
So and let me tell you something. I walked to the Enterprise, which is in Woodland Hills. Okay, I walked.
That's
to
a long walk if you did.
It is a long walk, and just there, and then to get to the mail today.
By the way, Enterprise's whole slogan is "We'll pick you up," and yet you walked there.
Yes, but that's because I'm in. Okay, I've already done 1.8 miles of walking today. And I realized the downside of the health. The guy who constantly reports about how well he's doing health-wise. My type 2 diabetes is under control. My blood pressure has gone down by 75 points.
It gives us some talking points when you drop dead suddenly.
Yeah, it'd be like a Jim Fix thing, right?
Yes, exactly.
Jim Fix.
He was on the uptick.
So the downside of this kind of person that I'm inhabiting, like the person who tells the Enterprise lady, I have type 2 diabetes, so I walk. She goes, "Do you live on?"
Auga.
I said, "Yes."
Don't.
Can you blank that out?
I will.
Right?
I will.
Okay, thanks. Right. She goes, "So you walked here?" Oh, wow! I said, "I do because I have type 2 diabetes, and
I manage it
walking,
well.
And I manage well. As soon as the type 2 diabetes, there seems to be a pre-programmed. Oh, so sorry, you're dying." People don't know the difference between the type 1 and the type 2, and there may not be a difference.
It's that the stranger has just told you they have a disease, and you now have to respond to that.
I want you to promise me, because
in the interest of customer service, you have to respond to that.
I just really want you to promise me that you will take out
Auga,
because I do not. Seriously,
I'm taking them both out. No.
Okay, take both. No, you can leave in. Okay, but please take it out because I'll agonize about it.
I will. Consider it excised.
I'll pay you more.
Do you want me to put a silent spot in there, or do you want me to go auga over it?
I like auga.
All right.
You have stings like that? Is that from stings?
No, I'll do it live. I'll punch in. So then she knows I have type 2 diabetes. Everyone knows I have type 2 diabetes.
I have type 2 diabetes.
And
yes,
then
everyone does.
And of course, I figured out how much I lie all the time when I say how much I've walked. And so if I say to you, "Oh yeah, I've been walking 4 miles a day for 3 years." I've been walking 3 miles a day for probably 2 years.
Yeah, a year and a half. Yeah, 2 years. Or whatever.
See, but you see how it's mathematically consistent?
Yeah, but you see how it doesn't matter to anyone one way or the other?
Bump it down by 25%.
Do you see how no one cares with either number?
No, because all this lady saw until I started to tick up my credits, all she saw was an old man. If you don't think I don't pour it on thick at these places, if they do recognize me, because that's the only way you can maybe get treated okay at a rental car place.
The one thing that
and you might not even be treated
when I was editing the show, I didn't get the one thing that was very funny to me that I didn't quite harp on when you said it was so I see Rick over and he has all white hair. Me, I'm Mr. Salt and Pepper still.
You didn't leave that in there?
I did leave it in, of course.
It's so good.
It's just that you're just still grasping to that.
It's so good. Well, not only am I grasping to it, I maintain there's a difference.
Yeah,
that's sadder. That's even sadder.
I maintain it plays gray, not white.
Now I see Rick Overton. Now I'm old, but he looks like he's trying to be like who's the guy? Haas. Who was that guy?
Walter Brennan?
The racist guy.
Walter Brennan? Oh.
Yeah, the racist guy.
Okay.
Yeah, but he looks like he's trying to be like a farmer or somebody. Not a farmer, because my wife's father was a farmer, so I don't mean that anyway. He looks like he's trying to be old man. What is he? Old man Maguka? Oh, he's the new Harry Dean Stanton. No, Harry Dean Stanton didn't do that either.
He's the mayor of the picket.
Lucy, did you get my bottled water? Oh, sorry, I did dry clean my SAG-AFTRA shirt last week. Did you get that, Milton? Oh, good. I was just afraid that you. Here's Andy Kindler. He's someone who's
decided to join us.
He's decided to join us. He's
nice
a guy who decides
nice of him to go parallel to the picket line rather than perpendicular for a change.
In his car. That was the thing. I drove slowly in my car, honking both ways. Andy Kindler, you perhaps know him. He's the guy who thinks he's too good to be on the picket line.
He'll cross it, but he won't join it.
I got a message today from the union, but I don't know if it was good. Have you heard anything?
I haven't heard anything today, but this was the weekend where they're responding to the quote-unquote last best and final offer of the...
Right. And I think what's going to happen now...
Because if we don't take it, that's the end of show business, apparently.
It's the end of show business.
That's it. Pack it in, people.
The thing that's amazing, though, is when I went
Cancel your streaming fees, because there's nothing streaming.
Right. What they're saying is their deep pockets can last longer than ours. That's their game. We don't care. You are pipsqueaks and peons, right, and we will outlast you.
They already played that card with the guild, and it didn't work.
They're such terrible people. You can't be. Here's the problem. You void any of your legitimacy when you make 50,000 times what any CEO has ever made. You're telling me that without Bob Iger, Disney would be $100 million less of a great company. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I know I didn't say that well, but you know where I was going with it.
Sure.
And so, like, he goes, what did he say? Something like, "Oh, I can't believe they're being so selfish," or as he gets on a private plane, he gets a private plane that takes him to his private plane. That's how much he flies private, right?
I'm sorry, I derailed whatever you were talking about. But.
I do hope that. Okay, so what else am I talking about? Okay, that was it. That was in the boom, boom, boom.
Got your car. You're going to San Diego. I derailed one of the tributaries, but we can get back on the main river. How long are you going to be in San Diego?
We're going to be there for 3 days for Gina's birthday. So happy birthday, Gina. Well, I'm going to see her. Why am I wishing her like a?
It's Allison's birthday this week as well.
Oh, hers is. I think hers is tomorrow. When is Allison's?
On Thursday.
That's great. Why don't you?
It is, yeah.
Why don't you come and meet us down in San Diego for a joint party?
Yes.
I'll treat once you get there.
You will. Huh? You will treat. I know you.
I know, because because here's what I scream. I'm a Jew. Please don't hate me because I'm a Jew, and don't accuse me of being cheap. 25. Sir, did you mean to tip 45%? Yes, I did, because I'm very insecure. I thought you would like me. I thought you might have recognized me, so I thought I would go 65%. So you would come over and go, "Sir, you are indeed a wonderful man.
I walked here. Type 2 diabetes."
I'm worse than the color guard guy. I'm worse than the box. Hey, how you doing? Do you live near here? Yes, that's right. I walk here because because walking is absolutely the best thing you can do. Now,
unless you're walking to a colonoscopy.
Consult your physician. This test is not for people who really might have the illness. We're here to tell you that there is going to be a significant number of people, not significant, but if you consider 10% significant, of people we will never catch their form of cancer with this screening. That's our guarantee. But what were you saying? Were you mildly in? Was it moderately in need of one or mildly in need of one? What is it that you're 40? You're 40.
Yeah.
And you're okay. You're 40 and you don't have the following things.
Right.
Colon problems.
Right. History of colon problems in your family.
Because the guy says during the commercial, not the bad kind. Not the bad. That's a bad guy. Okay, I know where this is going, and you do too. I am upset, very upset.
Just
Go ahead.
I mean, I find it odd that the thing that you fixated on most is the product where you shit in a box. So,
which I think was your favorite Saturday Night Live skit.
It is.
So, what was I going? Oh, so I am upset because I like TV.
What's my beef, Dave?
I like TV. I even like that commercial. I still like the commercial with I made a meeting tomorrow, and all you have to do is go there. Oh, really? And he goes, wow. When he sees the earrings, that she did get the earrings that matches the hideous costume garbage jewelry that she displayed.
Are they playing that ad again, or are you circling
back?
Okay.
So, well, why would they go to a classic? That one is still their best commercial. Was it a good game? Well, I guess since he headbutted you on the way in and kicked his sister in the troop, I guess he did that. Or he could be a very, very, he could be a relative of the Whipper firm. Okay, so here's the thing.
All right.
Nariv. Here's what bothers me. Is it Nariv or Nariv? This is what fucking bothers me. The guy starts off his commercial.
Is it Nariva?
Nariva, right. And here's the way he starts off. He goes, unlike those other things, we have 8 or we have 12, we have 15 bullshit things. That's what he's basically saying.
Yeah.
We not only do we have the thing that comes from jellyfish guts, we have TC7, AZ Kasasasa, Roman Kosherlot breach, Gukaka, and I can't think of one legitimate one. One legitimate thing that they used to give you. Ginkgo, and 30 tablets of biloba. Unlike those other thieves, we lie in a different way to you.
All right.
Don't you think they should be in jail, every one of those people? The balance of nature people and the people who endorse it in prison.
Sure.
Prison.
But a special prison.
A special prison with Trump. It's where everybody's in.
No, but it's a special prison where you're only fed the things you advertised for.
And when people complain, they go, it's too cold in my cell. I thought you were one of those balance of nature guys.
Right. Isn't your internal thermostat been kicked up by all those veggies you're eating?
Warden. No, they don't say, God, I'm starving. They haven't fed me. Why would we feed you? Don't you have your balance of nature food? We'll give you as much of that.
That's 5 servings. We'd only give you 3.
It's a little cruel. I just want to say, if anybody works in prisons, don't do that. That's very cruel to the people who are in prison for. And I'm just saying, you go in for not like a whole life. You go in 10 years for saying. You go in. You get 5 years for saying, "Oh, I started Prevagen 3 years ago, and I am so." What's the word? Fast with my mind now. And people keep saying to me, Eddie, boy, you're like some kind of a genius now since you took the brainy pills. I'm done.
Ow, it's not TV. Not TV. It's those commercials that get me. It's not TV. Not TV. It's those commercials that get me.
We did have a meeting on a pre-meeting. We just said, look, just don't mention commercials again. I said, but it's not the TV that bothers me.
That's all I do.
That's all I do. I'm the guy.
I got nowhere else to go.
What was that? I got nowhere else to go?
Yeah. It was Richard Gere.
It
was Richard Gere from An Officer and a Gentleman.
It's not Lieutenant and a Woman? I thought the movie was called The Lieutenant and the Woman.
That's a different movie. That's the French Lieutenant and a Gentleman is what you're thinking of.
I know you tell me don't even make fun of the movies that are coming out because these people are doing the best they can.
That's right.
But the fucking Fall Guy, that is not even a show. That was a show that nobody watched because it was a joke.
It's true, I hire my body out for pay. Hey.
I thought you were going to go through it.
I've been burned over Cheryl Teagues, blown up for Raquel Welch. But when I wind up in the hay, it's only hay. Hey.
I'm going to save you some money, okay?
All right.
I don't know if
I'm sorry, what was my money?
You were going to see Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt in the theater. You were going to see them.
Yeah.
In the theater.
The live theater.
In the live theater for the Fall Guy.
Yes.
What's the plot? I'll tell you what the plot is. He's a stuntman who turns. I never saw the original Fall Guy.
Stuntman who makes Redford look so fine. Is there really a movie? Is there a movie of the Fall Guy?
Yes.
There really is.
Ryan Gosling.
And it is of the show? Or
Yes.
it's okay.
It's a movie based on the show. If they paid $3 for that, I'm gonna kill myself. Like I'm gonna burn myself like a
$3? Who's paying the $3 in this scenario?
Well, someone paid money. They were like, well, it went two ways.
Yeah, they licensed the Fall Guy.
Right? Yeah. Look, don't bring me in. Look, I have an idea for a show. It's about where I grew up. Don't bring me in new stuff. We don't like to hear new stuff. You got to show me it's Fall Guy on a spaceship. It's the what's the guy called? The Bisonic Man.
The Bisonic Man, yes.
Yeah,
he's half man, half bison.
What'd you call him? No.
Huh?
What was his real name?
Lee Majors.
The Bionic Man.
The Bionic.
It's
Man.
Bionic Man.
The $6 million man.
Bionic Man in a bathhouse. It's a Bionic Man on ice. That's all you have to do. It's just like Pluto Nash was pitched. Eddie Murphy as a
just to be
bartender?
clear, the stuntman is not bionic in the Fall Guy.
No, it's
just
not.
to be clear.
No, they haven't done what's it called? Hybrid yet? Hybrids.
No.
It's the Fulminator. The Fulminator. It's not funny, Andy, but keep going.
They haven't done Laverne and Shirley and Cagney and Lacey yet.
So here's the movie. The movie is Ryan Gosling as the Fall Guy. It will like jump from the Washington Monument to the Statue of Liberty.
Sure.
Right? And he'll catch on to something there while kibitzing with Emily Blunt. Constant kibitzing.
Sure.
I think we're going to die today. Well, I guess I don't need that life insurance. Well, I guess you won't. It's all it is. It's all it. They have 7 or 8 or 9 examples. They show the whole movie in the preview.
Yeah.
What do you think happens in the movie? These two, they don't play by the rules. Well, I don't know what Emily Blunt's job is, but he doesn't play by the rules.
No. And
they're very irreverent about facing death.
Oh, they will banter death in the face.
Which has never been done, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I mean, it's not an old idea. Butch fucking Cassidy and the Sun. Yeah, let's jump off the thing. Oh, I hope they won't be doing bits like this in 2023. And I like Ryan Gosling.
Oh my God, what the fuck did you take this morning?
This is what happens. This is what you have to pay for if I'm up and around.
Is this what happened to Andy Rooney? Jesus Christ.
You may have a point there because it could be getting up too early. Like I don't usually get up early.
Speaking of which, fuck you, daylight savings time. I finally have switched over. For years, I was steadfastly unfazed by it. But fuck you, daylight savings ending.
I thought we were going to eliminate it. I don't understand it. I thought we had eliminated it a couple of years ago as a country.
No, we voted to eliminate it as a state.
But we didn't?
But it has too many hoops. It's got too tired.
Oh.
It just got too tired.
I tried to call the guy. I was going to ask the guy in Arizona if he was with me. His office was closed. Beep, 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 beep. Guy who doesn't understand daylight savings time and is also advocating for its end. I hate it. And I'll tell you why I hate it. I don't know if you know this, but I walk I've walked 5 miles a day for the last 4 years.
I heard longer.
So to me, I've never been somebody who, until I started walking, like the sun, it keeps going. You have that one long day, which means that where we live, the sun sets like 8 o'clock. It's not even 8 o'clock.
No, like 6, really.
No, on the longest day of the year. The longest day of the year.
Yeah, way back.
It's like 8.
Sure.
8:10.
Let's say 8:10, sure.
Sure. But then all of a sudden, it's 10 to... It's going to be very soon. Oh, it gets dark at 10 to fucking 5, right?
Yes, but when I wake up like an ancient fucking man at 5 in the morning, it's about to be light now, as opposed to the pitch blackness of the last...
Is that the advantage of it?
Apparently.
What is the advantage of it?
Old man time. I think it's the only thing it can be. But instead of waking up ungodly early, I'm waking up 1 hour ungodly earlier now.
Was it to save energy at night?
It's for the farmers.
You're about 3 references away from the almanac. I saw it in the Farmer's Almanac. I did want to say to you,
the movie.
the movie, excellent World Series for those people who did watch. I thought it was excellent World Series.
It kind of it was a pretty invisible World Series victory. It kind of like I was waiting for the next game. I was like, oh no, apparently they won the last game. And
yeah, they won the last game, and it was like as someone who didn't really like either team, but I'll tell you something. My knowledge of baseball is deepening. I still haven't been able to distinguish between pitches, but besides that,
you can tell if they caught it or not, or if they ran around the bases.
I want to be Smoltzy. You want to be Smoltzy too, right?
No,
Don't you know Smoltzy?
No, I do know Smoltzy, but I'm not looking to be him.
Do you know what I like about him? There's no arrogance.
I was happy to kick his ass in the World Series in '91, but
yeah, but the thing about him is he doesn't think he knows a lot. That's the nice thing about Smoltzy. He goes, "Can I interject here?" No, he's like, "All right, now if he gets this up,
I am H.O."
Are you referring to the guy before who was?
No, I was just saying, in my humble opinion, web style.
Right, but who's that guy who for a long time also had a lot of opinions? He did. He was better than this guy, but he was a famous.
Tim McCarver?
No. Tim McCarver was annoying, but he's dead, and the mantle of him was taken by Chris Collinsworth. Shut up, Andy. Here's what I want you to know. I am watching NFL Sunday Ticket. I'm not bragging. I'm not saying you should have it, but I watched your team win yesterday.
It was a pretty remarkable win.
But you couldn't watch it.
No, but I did see the last. I did see the final drive because the game before it ended. So
right. Well, I saw I was there. I didn't have to watch the Long Island Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers, where the Rams play.
Yeah, well, you do tonight. On network television.
The Jets.
It's the Chargers and the Jets.
And I'm going down to San Diego.
Oh, right.
So I have to watch it in the car. I can't even believe it. I'm almost crying about the whole thing. I've never missed a Jets game when it was on regular TV.
When are you leaving?
We're leaving today at 1:00.
And you don't think you can get there by 5 something for a football game?
No. You're right. I can. But that's not in our nature normally. Normally we like not people. But I think I'm a much healthier person now. Less OCD problems. So like maybe a couple of years ago, I wouldn't have even gotten up at 8 to get there at 9. By the way, my appointment was 8:30. The woman said, "Thank God you didn't come in at 8:30. You would have been waiting here." Because that's when all the cars come back on Monday morning. Stupid. Talking to myself.
Sure.
So we're going down at 1, and it's a Nissan Maxima. Now,
a perfectly good car.
You've had one?
I had my father owned one. That's how far we go back with the line.
Isn't that weird? I don't think of Nissan being that old.
Sure.
Nissan's been its own thing. It wasn't Datsun.
It was Datsun, but it's the same company.
Oh, it was Datsun. Drive the Datsun, then decide. Was there?
Yes, Grandpa.
You don't remember the AMC Javelin, do you? Fucking scumbag.
Actually, I was actually wearing an AMC Javelin T-shirt yesterday.
Can you take out me saying fucking scumbag?
No, I can't. It's on your permanent record.
How would you have a shirt like that?
Because I like dead brands.
Well, they also made the Hornet, which is horrible, and my sister had a green Hornet.
Yeah, which is clever, which is fun to say.
I think it was terrible, as was the Pacer. People have the Pacer.
And as well as the Gremlin.
Oh, God. What a horrible company it became. But now it's back. I'm not going to talk about it, but I don't know about it. But I did want to say to you that my football knowledge, like I used to you used to talk to me about basketball, and you say, oh, well, he's 6'9", and the guy Schmeckelman, and he's comes off the bench. He's the best seventh man in the who. I don't know what you're talking about. Couldn't get into it. Now I'm starting to familiarize myself with the football situation. I actually know, for example, why was Kirk Cousins? Well, he hurt his Achilles. And what happened to the second guy? I'm not really sure. And this guy's the third guy, and I can't remember his name. But I'm going to start to be able to like maybe join a pool or something like that one of these years.
Yeah.
Those pools. You don't do it either, right?
No, I think you should.
Did it once.
I think you should play fantasy football though, for sure.
Why would I do that?
I think it's made
another
for
distraction.
you. I think it's built for you.
You want me to waste more time?
Also, set up your DraftKings account now.
Let me tell you. Do you have one?
Of course not.
I'm telling you right now. I draw the line at ever doing a commercial for them. They haven't asked, so that's safe.
Sure,
right now,
sure.
Right? I kind of hate them, and I hate that the NFL's in bed with them, and I would hope that I never would.
They are the cigarette companies of the coming decade.
There's no question about it. Hey, why don't you bet on whether there's going to be it's an odd number of yards on the punt? Do it now.
Yes. I can't.
All they do is try to get you to bet, right?
Oh, well, yeah, that's their one business.
That's just fucked up.
Yes. They don't even offer you a buffet or free drinks.
For years, the NFL we'll never do that.
No, that might taint the game.
We'll taint the game if we it's third down.
That might bring our integrity into question.
And you'll have Joe, what's his name? The hideous guy who does baseball also, Joe Buck, or he does football also. He does football now. He's going to be going, as I said, Markinson will not be in for this play. That might affect people at home who are betting on FanDuel. I'm just making it's going to be something like that. Maybe not with Joe Buck, but there's going to be something like that.
No, but they already have that shit. They already have announced, like the studio announcers popping in with their picks for a particular thing,
So they're catering to the over-under crowd.
Absolutely.
Big time.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's really fucking ugly.
As somebody who probably already smokes too much pot and who, when they goes to Vegas, enjoys the gambling too much, but I go there once every few years.
Right.
This would be the death of me. I would be within 2 weeks.
A lot of people because the whole thing is built on chasing your fucking stupid mistake.
Yes.
and not telling anybody about it until it's way too late.
Right. And you're thinking you're more involved in the sports. It's more fun. It's not more fun. It's not more fun. It is fun when you go to Vegas once every 3 years and you bet that Sunday game.
Right. No, I always say, whenever someone says to me, if I don't have some action, I don't enjoy the game. I'm like, you don't enjoy the game. Just admit you don't like football.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I don't even. What are they even doing half the time? They're knocking each other crazy. That's so funny. It really is because addiction, like that kind of addiction.
At least your spouse can tell when you're fucking drunk. They can't necessarily tell when you've lost the house payment.
I absolutely know if I wouldn't live in Vegas probably for this very reason.
There's a lot of reasons not to, let's be honest.
Well, I'm
not
afraid
just the temptations.
I'm afraid I wouldn't fit in with the comedy scene there. That'd be my big fear.
You would be right. But what comedy scene could you go to at 67 and fit right in at this point?
Florida. Condo circuit.
The condo circuit, yes.
You don't think if I really did want to do something along those lines that I could probably make a decent, beautiful dollar?
I don't know if you could make a decent, beautiful dollar, but I think you could find your way back in for sure. And you'd find there's not a lot of money there.
No, I just can't believe it.
There is a lot of money there for certain people, but it ain't us, my friend. It ain't us.
Like who name one person that would be on that? Oh, I guess there is.
There's people filling fucking arenas all over the place now. That never happened before.
That's true. Who's filling arenas? What are you talking about?
Segura fills arenas.
Oh, okay.
Not everywhere, but places.
Well, I could have done that too. I decided not to go in the. Well, many people make the mistake of going in the homogenized direction just because they want to sell out stadiums. That's not for me, gosh. But besides Segura and Gaffigan, has done it for a while.
Yeah. No, but I mean, there's a lot of people.
I'm sure there are.
There's some that you've never heard of that are huge fucking stars.
I bet there's great people down at that comedy store. That comedy store's got a great environment. That's where we should go back in. We should become comedy store regulars, and we should get involved in the politics of it.
It's all making sense to me now, yes.
And we should try to get on Pauly Shore's good side.
Probably.
Not on his funny side. You notice I said not on his funny side.
Well, try finding that. Why are you walking around and around me, buddy?
Buddy. Now, the difference about this is that you actually did love his movies. So you got sensitive the first time I brought up his movies.
Yes. I think I finally have thickened my skin about the whole topic.
Now, what was funny? You were just at that age where you loved that kind of Encino Man. Did you do that? D? Was that?
How am I supposed to play this?
What if I say, what can I accuse you of that would be more generational to you? That would be more, or at least it's the right.
Like what cultural sin can I actually wear? Can I wear?
Yeah. Like not NSYNC or Backstreet Boys.
No, didn't have either of those. Though I worked with Justin Timberlake. And
you said he was a very nice gentleman, didn't you?
He was great.
Yeah.
I'm in love. I'm in love.
I love Ryan Gosling too. That's the thing. Well, I normally like a Ryan Gosling vehicle.
I mean, my first album I ever bought, but it was first grade. I mean, how much can you tag on a first grader? Was Sean Cassidy. Yeah,
that makes total sense because I almost liked Sean Cassidy because I liked the Monkees. No, I think he was way after the Monkees.
Yeah.
Right?
He was 70s kind of version of that, though.
I think I liked the song, I Think I Love You.
That was key. That was David. That was Partridge Family. That was David Cassidy.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about his brother Sean, who was a Hardy Boy and had.
Oh, I didn't even get the thing. David Cassidy's passed away. Sean Cassidy's still around?
Yes, he is.
And that I had till this moment right now. I never knew that.
Yeah, he had a big hit with "Come on, everybody, get down, get with it. Come on, everybody, get down, get with it. Come on, everybody, get down. That's rock and roll."
Oh, that's good. That's the twist at the end. That's often.
It's the thing that you go, what am I listening? Oh, rock and roll. That's what I've got going.
That often separates the weak from the shaft.
He also did "Do Run Run" on that album. So, yeah.
No, but that's not the original "Do Run Run."
No, it is not.
But it was a big thing. I don't put down. I love the song "Sugar." I didn't even before I had type 2 diabetes. I was for some reason I liked the Archies, but it was facetiously.
Go back and listen to the Bob Marley and the Wailers version of that song.
Of "Sugar"?
Yes.
Is it great?
Very early Bob Marley. Well, it's fun.
I love Bob Marley so much. And here's the part, like, when as a kid, but I don't think I was a kid is the problem. Was it 68, 69, or was it in the 70s? Maybe the 70s.
Bob Marley?
No, I know Bob Marley.
Well, who are we at? What are we talking about?
When were the Archies big?
They started in the 60s and went into the 70s. Is my recollection.
I remember, I thought it was Veronica. I don't know who does the solo.
Veronica! Oh, no, different.
It could have been Betty, it could have been Veronica, but one of the two goes, "I can make your life so sweet. Can you get up there? I can make your life so sweet. Hey, 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 pour a little sugar on it, baby."
I don't want to.
Too young.
I don't want
to.
No, I know it. I know it well.
No.
I especially know the Bob Marley version now.
Well, that makes you cooler. That doesn't make you any more older. That's a young man's game. Oh, God, I'm so confused.
Oh, man,
I'm when you have so many fake
cramps. Oh.
Really, from this conversation?
Yes.
And that, you notice the way I was supposed to go. I was going to leave today, but I said, no, I cannot leave. I need to leave in the morning, she said, as we always do, at 9 in the morning, heading out to the Esso station. I said, I cannot do it today that way, Susan, for I am dedicated to the podcast. Why is that voice in there?
I don't know.
What are you going to do do you have any big plans for your wife's birthday?
We'll go out to dinner, I think. Probably on the following night because she's teaching that day.
That'll be good. That will be... Oh,
sushi, in fact, is what she's looking for.
Oh, very cool. I ate at this place for, I think, Susan's birthday called... and Firefly. Studio City was
yeah.
really great.
Yeah, it's great.
You been there?
Yeah, a couple times. In fact, Paula Lindbergh's husband runs the place.
Oh, I thought he was at another restaurant when I met him.
I think he was.
Oh, okay. Wow, boy, am I going to make some calls and try to weasel my way in. The food's amazing over there. It's a really great place, and the place is packed of young. Not that you need young people around you.
Did you have the fried olives by any chance?
No, I will have them next time.
Really fucking good.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
And a pleasant atmosphere. It gets as it gets later, it gets louder and hipsterier.
It was a little bit like that too. But I, you know what I'm saying? I'm nothing if not social, and I offered some of the young kids a bump.
That's good.
It was funny.
That's good.
I said in a very loud voice, "It's snowing in the bathroom," that kind of thing. And I was eventually kicked out. I'm surprised at you. Where haven't you been? I bet you haven't been to the famous new Thai place.
I have, but when it was the pedestrian old Thai place. When the parents ran it, I was there many times, but I haven't been.
What's the matter? You don't like?
I haven't been there since it became the #1 restaurant in Los Angeles.
It's unbelievable. It's like every night they go have those revolving lights that shoot a thing, and there's press there.
You're thinking of a car dealership, I think.
Yeah, what is that thing? Strings around. Come one, come all. Look at this big light. Or also for a premiere, they have it too. Check it out.
Searchlight, yes.
So what is the searchlight looking for?
It's looking
what would
for
be looking?
Enemy aircraft. Seriously.
Is that what it originally was?
That is what it's for, yes. And then some industrious person went, hey, if we put that in front of our car dealership, people will wonder where it's emanating from.
And they say that war isn't good. That's a perfect example of war.
But it was surplus war searchlights that created that trend.
That is so amazing. So in the old days, they didn't have a night vision radar like in the First World War.
I'm going to say no.
Wouldn't that have helped? Wouldn't it have helped trench warfare if they did have some, like a jacuzzis that were in the trenches, or if they had hot and cold running water? Can you imagine? I can't imagine. Who could you least imagine in World War I in a trench? Me or you?
Well, between the two of you, for sure. But
me, right?
But that's not like I'm way ahead of you.
They're going for you, though. Big, tall guy. Loves to.
I don't know.
Loves fights that don't go
Big, tall
anywhere.
guy is not an asset in a trench.
Yeah, but
little guys who can get under the lip fully erect.
With my Yogi Berra type low center of gravity.
Oh, there's a lot of action in the yard.
Do you want to?
No.
Whatever.
No, I just want them to stop. There we go.
Hey, fellas. What do you think that is? Can you hear? Because I know you're like the dog whisperer. What are you hearing?
I'm hearing.
What do you
Someone's
suggest?
walking by. Someone's walking by with a dog right now. Someone's walking by the house with a dog. Someone's walking by the house. Woof, woof. Someone's walking by the house with a dog. I've got to say hello.
Why are you so upset? Why are you so scared? What's wrong, Lucky? Don't be that way. Oh, someone's walking by the house. What is it with dogs? When we walk down the street on leashes and I see you, I don't all of a sudden run up to you like you're an enemy of some kind. What is up with these dogs, ladies and gentlemen? You never hear a cat. I'm about 3 weeks away from dog and cat material. And the cats, because in the 80s, the cat's sitting in the corner thinking, and the cat's saying, oh, that looks a little weird. And the dog's going, mm-mm. Those were the days when comedy inhabited animals.
Yes.
You know how much I don't
I had
miss
one. I had a talking dog bit.
Okay, let's hear it.
It was, it was about dog ears. I don't understand dog ears. Why do dogs have to have their own ears? I guess it explains one thing. That's why they're so excited to see you every day when you get home. Because at this point, they haven't peed in weeks.
It works for me.
Where the hell have you been? I know I'm personalizing it too. doing it. I did a doggy act out. 8 hours of my ass. Check the conversion chart, pal.
You did a dog act.
I did. I absolutely did, and I fully committed to it each and every time.
I still tell you, I still can't get. I know that neither one of us were big Scott fans, but the bit he used to do about his dog made me laugh every time. Give me some meat. It's a good idea. Give me some meat. Give me some meat. Give me some meat. It's a good idea.
Gulp.
Give me some meat.
Give me some meat. Give me some meat.
My favorite line is, "It's a good idea." It's a good idea, but why couldn't he have taken that and he's a fan of the show, so I don't want to.
Sure. I think he did Scott about 25 years ago. However,
I love the idea of please, fan of the show. Yahoo Serious, fan of the show. Is there anyone who's a fan of the show by numbers? I'm just so
statistically, no.
Are we statistically as a podcast insignificant?
We are, yes.
So what if we tried to sell ours to Amazon Radio, or go ahead, Amazon Music, you can feature it on your thing. Well, it's useless to us. Wouldn't that be what they'd say? $5?
I don't think they'd say $5. No.
No, but they always have
they'd
these
say
deals.
The first part.
You know that podcasts don't pay a lot sometimes because they go, listen to the first 50 years of Lost and Hidden for free on Amazon Music.
Right.
Because you know that weasel. I know you like him. I know he's not.
I don't know who you're even talking about.
The weasel, the Amazon guy. I know he's not involved day to day, but his thing was
Bezos. Did he have a?
Yeah,
podcast?
they pay. It's kind of a pyramid scheme in a way. You pay off people in a way. You pay everybody off until they're no longer a threat. You buy everybody until they're no longer a threat.
All right, you're officially an old man at a diner right now.
Nothing ruin your day. Oh, you know just how you feel. You know you are for real. You're just too good to be true. You're happy to help and you're so discreet. You're able to laugh with the greatest affection. You're smooth than honey, just as sweet. You back the winners in every election. You read the papers, you don't miss a beat. You pick your friends from the finest selection. You know what to lose and you know what to do. And when you hear those voices calling, you just smile and turn away. You know just where you want to be going. When you get going, you go all the way. Oh, you, everything that you do, there's just no stopping you. You're just too good to be. You're just too good to be. You're just too good to be true.
Why, hello. Oh, I thought you were doing a gag.
I hate myself. I'm a bad man. It would be great. And I'm not a liar, except about how much pot I smoke and how long I walk every day.
Sure.
But I couldn't lie to you that it was a bit. It was not a bit.
Well, snap to it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ooh, I hate that sound.
Why?
Who is that guy?
It's called pleasant. That sound?
Yeah,
Is that
it sounds like someone who's about to get the meeting started. Like someone who
It
my
did,
friend,
but we kind of are. Let's be honest.
well, that's true. This is the right time to do that.
Yes.
Okay. I told you, my friend Andy Rogo, who I call to for the last 20 years, he was at this, when he first left college, he was working at a firm, and they were all men at the firm.
Uh-huh.
And during one of the meetings, the lead guy said, "Just between us girls." Oh, I've never been able to get that out of my head.
That's it's a Nicky one. It's a Nicky
It
one.
really is. I have a couple things to tell you.
Okay.
Do you want to lead with
I'm prepared to hear them. Not just
I don't
listen. I'm prepared to hear them.
more than I could say about myself.
Tell me about it, and I'll listen.
So I have been having trouble with watching NFL football. Now, I have every way to watch it, right?
Okay, let me just interject here. I'm already not interested. Okay, go ahead.
No, it's not going to be. I'm trying to take the most interesting part of it.
Okay.
That makes me look like a stooge. Not a stooge. What's a guy who's
A victim? A victim?
Not victim, but someone who can't do things well.
Oh, an idiot.
It's not stupid. It's like bumbling or
All right, bumbling, fine.
fine. Because bumbling doesn't necessarily affect intelligence, right? I could be a bumbling scientist.
No, you're very smart and very bumbling.
Thank you. So, Thursday Night Football. I know it exists.
Uh-huh.
I know I have I pay $500 to $700. I pay $1,000 to $2,000 a month to have every available service come in here. You got your Prime. I got the add-on Hulu, add-on to Peacock, Paramount. No, I don't have Paramount Prime. I'm not a moron.
You're parked at BritBox.
So, this has happened to me twice.
Okay.
The first complaint is going to be about something that's going to make me look stupid.
Okay.
Not stupid, but
right.
just make me look petty.
Okay.
I hate the NFL.com.
Thank you for the preamble.
I hate the NFL.com website. I already signed in a couple of times. I just want to find out what is the fucking game tonight that's being played.
Yeah.
That's not what they show you.
Yeah.
Sign up for NFL 7. So I kind of got the idea at some point that there was a game.
Go
right?
to ESPN.com is a good source for all these things, by the way.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Now I won't have any funny anecdotes. So
yes.
I go to the NFL channel. I think it's on the. I know it's also on. It's on Prime. It's on Cookies. It's on Culottes. It's on Roku General. It's on Casio.
You keep
International.
wanting to keep wanting to take a sip of your coffee, but you're waiting to get to a good one first. And
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be waiting a long time. The coffee said to me. So I go to the NFL Network, and I'm wrongly assuming that it's on the NFL Network because it says NFL Live, NFL Game Live, NFL Game Live.
It says NFL Live, which is their pre-show.
Yeah. Then the next game, NFL Live tonight. They say it's live. They say it was recorded today, last night. My stupid cable system.
What is
Spectrum.
happening? What is happening? What is happening to the story?
I watched Miami against Kansas City.
That was last week's game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I had no memory of who won last week's game.
Well,
I wanted Kansas City to win, so
fair.
boy, was I. Oh, I hope Miami doesn't come back. Very interesting thing happened. This is the second time that I've done this.
The weird thing is the bookie was willing to take your bet.
I'll give you 3 points in Miami. So this is the second time it's happened. It happened about a month ago, and I watched another game and I was actually happy kind of to watch it because I had. What happened is, remember you ever see like ESPN? They play the baseball game again.
Yeah.
Like a shortened version. We move forward because we are going on to further action. Well, this seems to be happening as I'm watching.
Yeah.
And I don't figure it out because I'm very stupid. I go, well, did they just come back from a commercial? Now I thought, I'm not getting this right, except at 10, whenever the game is supposed to be over, they go right to their version of Sports Center to tell me about the Chicago. I can't even remember who the name is. Chicago played. And here's the other problem. I don't know what the faces mean anymore. Do you seen the Bears? Is that a new bear? It's like
What's the faces mean? Oh, the logo?
Yeah, the face. Is that always been the Bears? It's the Bears against the Panthers. I'm already in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know what a bear looks like drawn on a helmet compared to a panther. It took me 20 minutes to figure out it was a panther. It was Carolina Panthers against the Chicago Bears. Well, because
it says it at the bottom of the screen for most of the time.
No, not in this particular case. They kept saying, Susan, what's CAR period? I said, that's Carolina. But they weren't saying, it wasn't in Chicago. It was this big, horrible looking bestial face against the Panthers. So it turned out to be Chicago. Second time in a month, I watched a game that happened 3 days ago.
Yeah.
In my defense, I was watching on a Monday night game. No, Andy, you were watching the following Thursday. It's not like you watched the Monday night game.
No, that was the Chicago one. Wasn't that Chicago, Carolina was last night on Amazon.
That's right.
Yeah.
But the Miami Kansas City was last Sunday. So that's 4 days after that. You would think in 4 days I would have seen an article claiming to be such a expert about the sport.
That was the one that was in Germany.
That's what also fooled me. I go, oh, what a lovely thing.
That's why it was on NFL.
And Rich Eisen says, first time we played in Germany. I'm very excited to be a part of it. I interrupted you.
No. Boy.
I happen to like
I'm
Rich.
white-knuckling it at this point through this conversation.
I like Rich Eisen. I think he's funny. Do you like him at all?
He's okay.
Yeah. No, I like him a lot, I said.
I don't want to do sports announcer talk.
All right, so that's one story. Then the other story is...
let's just. That's really one story.
It's a half of an anecdote when everyone's drunk after a party, and we got tired of doing this. Wait, I have a story. Did I ever tell you the NFL story? Yeah. So I thought, they went back to the song.
Yeah.
I know. You're going to get this answer. Why do I know when every holiday in the country is? Why do I all of a sudden know more than anybody, or more than not most people? I know. I get an early, I get a middle, a reminder. I get texts all the time. It's Veterans Day.
Yeah, thank you, Apple Calendar.
No, it's my weed places. That I've given my text number to.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, it's Veterans. We're celebrating Veterans Day tomorrow, Andy, at AVVIII.
Celebrate dodging the draft with an ounce of Primo.
But it's not traditional veteran. I mean, things aren't closed tomorrow, are they?
I believe your post office will be.
Oh, I can't.
It might be Monday that it's observed.
That's the thing. That's how they get you on this holiday thing.
Yeah.
That's how they get you?
They don't get you so much. That's the weed stores get you.
The weed stores get me. But then I realized.
And you walk in there and go, you get me.
You really get me. I realized that the first time the Higher Path sent me a couple of week. It's fine. Pot's legal. See this, honey? Sloopers are on sale. But then you start to get every one of them on you. And they
maybe that's why I've developed a weird loyalty to the one place.
I think the place that you're talking about is the best place.
Well, that's good. That maybe
it's not near the big place.
It doesn't feel like my loyalty is warranted always, but maybe it is.
And I have better news at that place of why I get better deals than you.
Because they have a senior discount?
Bop, 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 bop. You should have seen the day I walked in when they were giving it to the senior citizen and the SAG-AFTRA. Where I held that guy against the wall. I said, listen, you fucker, that's 5 and 5 is 10.
What do you got for type 2 diabetes? How about that?
Every bud tender in the world knows that I have type 2 diabetes. That's the first thing they know about me.
Like every phrase in the world you reject, but you've embraced bud tender wholeheartedly.
It's terrible. I don't like bud tender. I really don't like it. Because the thing about bud tender is bad is that people don't tip like they tip a bartender. You should tip 20%.
I tip way better to the bud tender than the bartender, which is unreasonable probably.
You do 20%? You think? Well,
it
I'm
depends.
buying,
If it's
I'm buying $1,000.
If I'm running a bar tab, they're going to get a better tip than probably the per drink.
Anyway, I didn't want to get this hijacked into one of your how well you tip compared to what I tip speeches. Although it's the end of the year.
The difference is I tip out of generosity and you tip out of fear.
That's true. That's true. I'm not going to argue with that. And this year, you're closing in on a lot of your giving this year, right?
We're coming down to giving month. Yes.
That's all I got opening up, and I
have trouble watching TV. That was your opening.
Hey, the strike's over. We did it.
It is. That's really
we did it.
Talk about burying the lead.
The strike is over. Thanks. And Rick Overton called me up this morning and goes, thank you for joining us. I think you put us over the top, fuckface. We did it. And now, just this morning, I'm not lying, I could barely do the session today.
Yeah.
Because of all of the offers, offer-only deals that are going on. I'm going to be on night court. I got an offer for night court.
I'm easing back into it by just simply waking up at a good call time.
Unbelievable. It is unbelievable. We're back. And it's a nice time period because I feel like everything is right with the world now.
You don't have to wear your trench coat to sessions anymore.
Look, all I did, this is really getting me mad. This woman was blocking my way into the fucking voiceover. I tried to tell her it's a different deal. She wouldn't listen. I'm the bad guy because I just used one arm. Just like, hello, I'm going in here.
Because I eased her with my bumper.
Oh, was I driving? Was I driving into the audition?
It became funnier.
So, this is great. And the thing is, it's happening in such a great time of year. Wonderful. The holidays, the world seems to be doing, and the world every single day.
This might be the first time that showbiz does not shut down for the entire month of December.
Did we talk about that movie? I did probably at length, right? The Fall Guy. It's The Fall Guy. So now they can promote that now.
Yeah.
Good. Thank God. And I'm telling you, I think some of these movies that are coming out they're mocking us. You know, that there's
I think some of these movies that are coming out are mocking us.
They're so bad that it doesn't seem to be a mistake. You know, it's like so formulaic.
Yeah.
That you can see people with white coats, and it's just so bad. And I thought that we've been over the hump. I thought I punctured the comedy boom, and I made people see how bad comedy was. And since that time period,
it
got way better because of my notes. I used to think we were in a horribly unclassy business with the horrible, terrible people who couldn't be magicians, so they were comedians. But these movies are worse. They're worse than stand-up.
It's dirty. Boom. It's dirty, Andy.
I don't know what's happened. And
can you celebrate our art now that our strike is over?
Then there's another one. Have I ever told you that sometimes the commercials get to me? Sometimes on TV.
You have said that.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that it is. We're sort of into the. It's going to get blurry for a while whether people or AI wrote something.
Oh, I see. Here's how you know that we're not that far into AI that we have to worry that much. Anytime some automated thing comes to me, how'd you like the room, and would you like how much did you like on a scale of 5? I said, well, 4. It would be 5, but the construction makes me say 4. They're not understanding that. They're going to understand the system is going to go 1 through 5. So thank you so much for participating in that. You know what I'm saying, right? Even though I'm not saying it well. Like the text you get in the how's your stay?
Yeah.
All these texts. You can't reply to that with any kind of nuance. If they said rate 1 to 5, and I said I would have given it a 5, but the construction maybe give it a 4. They didn't compute. They just came back. Thank you very much for enjoying our place.
I would never even consider answering. Seriously.
Here seems to be your two operating philosophies. You are either something is too dumb for you to get involved with at all, so that you don't know the ups and downs of it, right? And then the other way is to just, I'm saying I'm making the argument that you reject me all the time, but you really don't. You really don't.
No, I don't know how to play it.
You don't want me. How was the birthday?
Birthday was lovely.
When was your birthday?
Yesterday.
I missed it. Happy birthday, Allison. Boop, boop, boop. Happy birthday. And what did you do this year? Did you go out you said you're going out for a lovely meal.
We did. Allison wanted sushi. We went to sushi.
Is it a sushi that I would know?
It was Teru sushi, a classic.
Yeah, that's a throwback in a way, but it's still classic.
It was some of the earliest sushi in the valley, I think.
And some of you can still get a nice 1962. Can't think of a name. Give me a fish name. You can get a nice, lovely 1972 snapper.
Finn and Hattie.
Is that the name of a fish you had last night?
It's an old-timey fish. It's an old-timey fish dish.
Do you know
that I've been going there so long that I literally, why did I need that? That I ate at Teru Sushi with both my parents when they were alive.
Wow.
Obviously. Again, why did I need when they were alive?
Well, because it would be funny if they were dead and you brought them there. I don't know why I added to your joke.
That was one of the only...
We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
We're back, baby.
Oh, that's so soothing to hear myself.
Okay, well, don't say it like that. Well, then you have to redo the first book. Stop saying that.
My voice is just lush.
I find sounds like something I would do. Have the cord to replace it and not do it. That sounds like me. Folks, I wish I could. He's in such pain today.
Oh, God. All right.
You don't want either one of us as Sully Sullenberger. I used to think you could be more Sully than me. But I don't. I think the first time you go, we're going down, we need to go on the Hudson. Go to Teterboro. Look, you fuckface. I just told you I'm going onto the... Yeah.
Are you trying to unsully my reputation? So, yes, a delightful birthday was had by me, at least.
Would you say that this terrorist... What do you say that? You were mean to Allison on your birthday?
No, I can't put words into her mouth.
That's true. Have you tried?
I have.
No, that was bad. Remember that was the worst ventriloquism act ever. Was you?
It was like a Dick Van Dyke Show sketch.
It's right, and you kept pulling on her back while you made her sit on your lap.
Yes.
I got to get my stories together. So, would you say this Teru Sushi is as good as any sushi place?
No, I would say it's better than many and less good than some.
Oh, okay. Because when I go back out,
but it's a very pleasant place to be.
That's good.
We sat
when
on
I go
back
back out,
patio,
it's going to be...
which is got a koi pond. It's got a whole thing.
Oh, that's cool. It looks... Doesn't it look like a kind of a wooden thing from the outside?
Yeah, and it's wooden inside as well.
See? And people say I don't notice anything. I still don't know. I know it's on Ventura. I know it's on the north side of the street.
No.
Ventura goes north and south. All right, don't...
No, it doesn't. No.
Well, it does go north and south, kind of, doesn't it? East and west.
No.
But then it goes north to Ventura.
That's why you'll hear things like south of the boulevard or north of the boulevard.
Yeah, but well, I went to San Diego for for Susan's sister's birthday, and we had a lovely time. And I drove the Nissan Maxima down there, and it was a good car, but it was a little big. It's a little big for. I want something a little bit like a little Jew would, just slightly smaller.
Yeah.
What do you think? They said
my dad's Maxima was a little big, just a little big.
Yeah,
which is what he liked.
That way.
That's what he liked about it.
Well, I don't like when I can't see the bumpers but the mirror. I just want to say I'm totally for this new system. I think it came out this year, where the key is separate from you and you just keep it in your pocket. I love it. And you can see behind you. This came out the last couple of years where you could.
Where the is the home?
I'm used to it now because I've rented 12 times. I know now, do not take the key that operates everything and leave it in the car. Stupid.
No.
You put it in your pocket.
Yes. Okay,
and then
I
nothing
see what
can
you're
happen. Now you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
because you were able to piece it together from various attempts.
I just thought that's just like so not new.
Right. Well, it's new.
The keyless.
Okay,
fob
the
in
other one
your
that I
pocket.
love is the thing on the right, the little light on the right side and the little light on the left side.
Yeah.
Where that shows you when
There's someone
someone's next to
coming.
you.
Oh, there's someone coming. Oh, someone's
That
coming.
is so good for me.
Someone's coming on the left. Someone's coming on the right. I hate that.
And behind you,
hate it.
and behind you, you hate it. You know, you're
I
such a
do.
okay. Because it's okay that you hate it, but this idea that when
It's
I
like,
look,
isn't it implied I should stay in my fucking lane? I don't need warning that there's cars on either side.
I like it a lot because I know you. I know you have a lot of things. Your Captain Drive when you're in there. You yelled at me once for having one headset thing in, just one. You said that's I can't hear the engine running or something like that. You said is what you said. But here's the thing. You know I have OCD. I think I've hit somebody, right? So I'm looking behind me, beautiful behind me. I go, where could the tiny person be hiding that I don't see, that I'm going to hit? How could they be hiding? I see everything back there. But they say don't go by that. Look behind you too. So now, oh God, I wish there weren't anecdotes. I wish there weren't comedians to tell them. And I wish
I
was
operated
funnier.
a car. Thank
I
you.
came here for the cotton candy cars. Well, we are thinking about maybe buying a new one, but we don't know. It's expensive
It
now.
is. Why, you could lease.
I thought leasing was not good now. Is leasing better now?
Well, I mean, they're
I don't know. Why? What did you say it like that for?
because there's arguments either way, but none are interesting.
And also the idea I was going to fly to Austin. I was going to drive to Austin was one of my ideas. If I go to the Moon Tower, I'm thinking of going to the Moon Tower Festival. I'm debating it and whether I would make an album, make a new album there, and also drive there. But we found it hard to drive from. We were exhausted driving from LA to San Diego.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
think
indicator that you probably shouldn't go 4 more
I think
states.
there's an age. It's an age thing. I still don't see myself differently when I first came out here, and I was so excited to drive cross country, you know.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, you're just going to be tired after the first leg to Phoenix.
Well, there's a lot of emotion in driving for you, apparently.
Well, no, put those aside. Put the fact that I thought I hit somebody for the first 30 years of my life. Put
Sure.
that aside.
Okay.
I don't mind it on the open road, and it's fun. But here's the thing.
There is a lot
You
of that
can't-
between here and Texas, by the way.
Well, there's the thing. You can't tell me that when you go on that ride from here to Austin, there's not going to be once or twice or 3 times where you're almost going to get hit or you got to. It's not the safest way to go.
Sure, it
I don't think.
is. Sure. It's a
You
freeway.
think cars are?
It's a freeway all the way, yeah. It's a bunch of cars going in one direction.
Well, that's boring. That sounds boring to me. I thought
Well,
we had
that it
country
is.
roads.
That it is.
It's
But
not a great drive from here to Austin. But anyway, so my new thing is to maybe I'm going to fly, treat myself to
why not?
business. I don't know.
I have one hyphenated word for you, my friend.
What?
N95.
Oh, I have those.
That's it.
I have those.
That's all you need.
I don't want to make the rest of the show me whining about how scared I am to fly. Who
No,
needs it?
let's make the rest of the show other people whining.
All right, let's do it.
It's time for questions. What do you want to know? We love your questions so much. It's half our show. Half our show.
Let's go. What do you say? You know what I did today that you'll be very proud of me?
What's that?
I'm ready to go.
Really?
Boom. Boom.
I wish I could muster up the proud of you part.
Pickle says, what do we think of someone who asked their friends for money to repair their rental properties because they're in dire financial straits, and then a few months later are posting pictures of their trip to Rome and the Amalfi Coast? I would not be happy about that unless it was a free trip.
Yeah, it does show a certain lack of everything.
Of everything.
Yes.
If you ask your friends for money, you should be not seen at a 5-star restaurant after that.
Right.
You should be seen as a poor person.
It's their rental properties that they're asking for money for in the first place. It's not like it's their own house that they live in. It's their investment properties that they're asking.
Well, that's even worse. I didn't even get that part of it.
They're asking people for help with their investments.
I need a GoFundMe to help me with my real estate needs.
Sell one of those rental properties and pay for the others.
I think that well, first of all, I don't know when Pickles changed from a side character from the Dick Van Dyke Show to one of our most.
It's a spinoff. It's a spinoff,
and sometimes very pungent, thoughtful questions. I don't know why I said pungent. But I think it's bad. But you never know if people are dressing up the story.
I think this might have been stolen from an advice column. I don't know if this has actually happened to Pickles.
BD West says, guys, I thought I was doing okay with my moderate to severe dry cheekiness until my doctor told me about XFUN. Just one dose 3 times daily, and now I can rest by...
Blase.
Oh, okay. Blase. Oh. Side effects may include wet pillow. Rest blase with X-Fun today. I don't understand that. I read it badly.
It's kind of like you're forcing us to do bad Garrison Keillor bits here. Let's talk about X-Fun today.
Maybe he'll save it with our follow-up.
All right, BD West is back to say, guys, I was hoping an angry Bob Dylan would finally explain why he turned down the Nobel and what were those pre-existing commitments.
How old is this bit?
I don't know. Well,
wasn't that a long time ago? And then you got the Nobel?
I got the Nobel, and I kept the Nobel. I didn't go to the party for it, but I sent them a thing. I sent them a thing later and did
a big honor.
I came back and did a thing. Okay.
No, but I think you're just trying to act cool by not going to the session.
No, I was so humbled. So goddamn humbled.
You think it's an honor? Do you really think it's an honor?
I had a gig at the North Carolina State Fair.
I think that would be it. I thought he just doesn't show up to things, is what his thing was. Tweet Bahara
You know
says,
what he is? He's a mystique milker.
Tweet Bahara says, guess who tested positive for COVID today after 3 years of avoiding it? Your old buddy Tweet. Oi, what a week I'm having. I think that's so terrible.
It was November 6th this was posted, so we're now 4 days. I hope it's all trending in the right direction.
I do too. I hope you're feeling better. But I'm also hearing like a comedy things were canceled because of this. There's an outbreak right now.
There's some COVID going on out there. I know that my brother has it, or had it rather, a couple weeks ago.
Oh my God. Maybe Joe Rogan was right. You should eat pencil shavings instead of Dan Marsh says, hey guys, I hope you feel better, Treat Bahar, because this show would not be the same without you. So do not get sicker. Right?
Right.
That's good, right?
That's good. That was like a free cameo.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday to, I was late on my birthday, right?
Yeah. Did you deliver the thing anyway?
I finally did deliver it, but happy birthday again, I say to you. I can't remember.
You can't remember his name. Very, very.
No, it's Missa, and
nice.
Not Tim. Oh my God.
You only remember the person who wrote the check, not the person whose birthday.
Tom, Missa wrote the check. Dan Marsh, hey guys, the many hours of Thought Bar recordings will be great for training on AI to mimic you after you passed on. What a terrible use of it. What product or service would you least like to have advertised with your image and voice once you are no longer alive? I have the answer to this.
Hi, I'm J. Elvis Weinstein for the National Cilantro Council. Spice it up. Spice it up.
That would be terrible. That would be absolutely terrible. I think it would be FanDuel. That's how much I hate FanDuel.
That is exactly what my real first instinct would be, if in terms of societal damage. Yeah.
I don't know why that's gotten under my skin.
No, because it's just a fucking catastrophe waiting to happen. Is why. That's my thing.
I mean, when Larry David endorsed fake money, I thought that wasn't so great.
That wasn't so.
But this is worse.
It is.
I don't understand why those guys. I know guys. Look, I'm going to do that. Well, I'm not responsible. I'm not responsible for that. There's a that's a buyer beware. I said. But why did you do it, Larry? What? Well, it was a commercial. I figured I would put my thing behind a commercial. What's wrong? You're richer than every person on this fucking planet. Tell me what it was the opportunity for me to spread out. I don't get it.
You know, you don't get rich by turning down big checks.
That's right, buddy boy.
And you don't stay rich by something.
Right.
Stephen L. Yates, our friend, says, in my opinion, Kyle Dunnigan would be a great guest on Thought Spiral. He's super nice, funny, and multi-talented, just like you two menches. I'm sure he would. Kyle. But again, you've heard the show, right?
Stephen, I don't think he has.
You do more than just write in. You've heard the show, right?
Shouldn't he say, I know you guys don't have guests, but I thought, like, something like that?
All right. Yes.
I love you, Stephen, and I will have Kyle Dunnigan on the next time I go to Canyon Ranch or wherever I went. It wasn't Canyon Ranch. Amalfi. Next time I go to Amalfi.
Is that the thing in the desert you went to?
No, it's not Amari.
Is that the place in the desert you went with your brother?
Yeah. And
is that going to happen again?
No. I don't want to go again. I'd rather go to Vegas or something like that. I'd rather meet my brother. I don't know. Don't even talk to me. I have nothing important to say.
Why would you go to Vegas when you're afraid of everything?
No, I'm not going.
All right.
Stephen Elton Yates also says, Jelvis, when and where did you learn puppetry? That's an interesting question.
Well, like so many of my skills, I learned them on TV.
You didn't go for a degree in puppetry?
No, there was no previous puppet training. I was pretty good at it by the time we did Kids Court. I had done it with Frank in Cartoon Dump. I had done it. I had done it a lot, so I sort of had some good chops with that kind of puppet.
You were so annoyed 7 hours in.
Oh, it was a horrible physical situation to puppet in. And I didn't even have a monitor to see what I was doing, so it was all looking up and, But like with Tom Servo on Mystery Science Theater, it was like such a nothing puppet. There was, it had no face. So, as long as I kept the mouth moving with mine, that was pretty much what you could do. Because you could lean in on stuff, but if you leaned in too much, you could see your hand. So it wasn't greatly designed either, but at least I could stand up while doing it.
Well, also you had more experience there than most people have.
Yeah,
had their whole lives with puppetry.
But and I did Gypsy, another puppet too. But Trace was the one who emerged as a really very talented puppeteer.
Oh, that's so cool! I didn't even think about it.
A lot of what was great about his character Crow came through his puppetry.
Wow, this is the type of behind the scenes stuff that I'm excited about.
With puppetry, it's under the scenes.
Well, I don't remember the show I did, but it was a show like on the Disney Network, and the guy was a puppetry, and it was based on this character. And I told you the story at the time that he goes, I went to the only college that has a accredited course that you can major in puppetry. And I said to him, I said, "Oh, that's great." He goes, "Is it?" That made me laugh.
Tweet Bahar's back, so he lived at least until November 7th. With the question, are fish animals? Come on. Yes, they are, Tweet Bahar.
No, you're not going to get me on this. They're not animals. They're fish. Fish are reptiles, and they're part of the swimming group. What does Van Morrison mean when he says, "Let the goldfish go"? In the days before rock and roll, he goes, "We let the goldfish go."
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe I should look stuff up instead of asking.
Maybe they were setting them free like true hippies.
Thought Spiral. Oh, that's me. Don't call me Boopsy says, settle an argument. My friend says Paul McCartney never did anything cool after the Beatles except for The Girl Is Mine. I think did he do Ebony and Ivory?
He did.
Oh, I think he's insane. Your friend. Paul McCartney didn't do anything cool after the Beatles besides Say, Say, Say? Say. Go ahead, take it over.
All right. Settle an argument. My friend says Paul McCartney never did anything cool after the Beatles except for The Girl Is Mine. I think he's insane. Paul McCartney didn't do anything cool after the Beatles besides Say, Say, Say. Which one of us is right?
I think you're both wrong because there is good stuff that he's done. Right?
I
Hasn't there good stuff?
I don't think that's the point or the joke, really.
Oh. Okay, well, I think...
I will say objectively, well, not objectively, subjectively, Say 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 is a better song than The Girl Is Mine. The Girl Is Mine is a shitty song.
Well, that's true. And you also have a lot to pick from of songs that drove me crazy. And when the cupboard's bare, you'll find something there with my love. And also, listen to what the man said. That's an annoying song.
Well, if you sing it like that, it's especially annoying.
Love is blind for all we know. For all we know, our love will grow. Well, that's what the man said. So what is that song?
I don't know, but the melody's in your head from 1973 till now.
You're not going to
50 fucking years, my friend. 50 years.
You don't have to tell me I'm Paul McCartney. I'm a fan. I'm with you on it.
Christopher Citro said, last night my buddy asked me, for real, the name of that album with an old guy with sticks on his back on the cover. Me. Gee, that's a stumper. Hey, do you know the name of an album with a prism and a rainbow on the front? Guys, what are your favorite album covers? And then he puts a news article, something I read this week also, about the guy. They discovered the original photo that is on the Led Zeppelin 4 cover of the guy with the sticks on his back. And they could now identify the thatch roof maker who was in the photo.
That's not John Barleycorn Must Die? That looks like the cover for that? No.
But what are your favorite album covers, Andy?
Well, I have to say that I love Sgt. Pepper's. I love album covers. Oh, you know what I like, even though it's weird, is I like Aqualung. I know it was popular, but I do think it's a very strange, kind of cool painting that you just keep going back and forth and back and forth. I mean, you can't not like that painting. I think.
Actually, if we're going Jethro Tull, I liked the Thick as a Brick album cover, which was like fake news headline-y things.
I wish I knew more of isn't that odd? It's not odd. I learned Aqualung backwards and forwards, but I did not get into the rest of their stuff. Is Thick as a Brick as good as that album? Or is the album Aqualung, which was my favorite album for about a month and a half, I would just sing it. Is it just that I grew out of it, or it was great? Wait, who is this?
I don't like either. And
Thick as a Brick.
Jethro Tull is who we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Come back. All right.
You don't like either one of the albums?
Not really, no. They were my brother's collection.
Yeah, I loved them.
But I found
they don't hold up that good.
I found them boring.
Well, when I was young and you sent me off to school and you taught me... That's a good song. And you taught me how not to play.
I don't know the song, but...
See, I thought Could you make more horrible faces? All right, you skipped over Mort. I think you did it on purpose.
I did not, actually.
Mort. So, Andy, Mort said he just wanted, because you knew it was for me. That's a weak argument. So, Andy, Mort said he just wanted soup in the latest Bob's Burgers episode. Tell me what his favorite soup is. I need to know. It's important. My life will be vastly improved if you tell me. He likes French onion soup because he loves the way that the cheese melts on top. But you know what else he likes? He likes Mort likes to order from Art's Deli. He likes chicken noodle soup with crepe block. Also, Mort likes chicken.
You're not going to give it.
How do you say it?
Crepe block.
I can't go with that.
You can't go with the actual pronunciation of the thing.
Andy, crepe block.
Thank you. Now take a little mustard off the end, and you've got Yiddish.
Exactly. So I think that the joke that I've executed here is, get it? It's not what Mort likes. It's the soup that I like. Q, do you have any sound effects? Applause?
La la la. 31. 32. 33.
Certainly not applause. Why would we need that? Grow says, I'm feeling nostalgic. I asked you guys on a past TS if there were any comics that you like that people would be surprised by. Josh said Andy, and it still makes me laugh. Andy, saying you're into football but not being able to name the Jets QB, chef's kiss.
They got two. They got Zach Wilson. I couldn't name it under pressure.
You could name it in context.
Zach Wilson, But it's always Joe Namath is my go-to.
Ah, that's good.
Johnny Whoops.
Always playing to the kids.
Johnny Whoops says, if one were to decide to pay for the sexagenarian ramblings of Andy Kindler, are we not better off buying cups of coffee than buying a cameo as far as putting money in your pocket? Well, let me tell you something. What you're saying has a lot of nasty implications for me. You know what I mean?
Right,
it's like, why am I hawking?
Share with Josh is the first nasty implication.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Right.
And then the other one was basically the subtext there is stop fucking advertising for your stupid cameos. We're sick of it.
I don't think so. No, I think they're just saying if we want to help you and get plenty of sexagenarian ramblings, which they get here for free, presumably.
But then how do we get past the splitting it with you? I make the big money on the road.
That's a deal killer.
Yeah, you're right. You're damn right. Mike Sisliak
says, so the answer to your question is yes. You're better off going to buy me a coffee maker.
That's true. That sounded like you had a dog in the fight.
I do. And a pony. Richard Cole says, I didn't smoke any weed for 3 months. I smoked half a joint a couple of days ago. I was stoned for about 4 hours. I'm glad I took that long break so I can enjoy the full effect. Pot is fun.
It really is fun, and it really is the type of thing where if you smoke too much of it, you don't know the difference between that and drinking water.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, I don't know that I've gone 3 months in a very long time, but I know that taking a couple weeks away makes a difference when you come back to the party.
You're all of a sudden you hear psychedelic music.
Then Chaotic Neutral says, hey guys, the trivia hosting gig is going great. Figured I'd ask you a favorite question from last night. What cheese name is made up of the home continent plus the name of the oldest currently played board game in the world?
Parcheesi.
Continent plus board game equals
what
right?
cheese?
No, it's not right.
But
But it was very funny.
Is there a name? Is there something called Parcheesi?
There is. It's a board game.
How could I got it wrong?
I'm going to go. I know the answer. I'm going to let Andy struggle with it for a while.
Let me see.
It's not like he gave it to me. I've just figured it out.
Of the home continent plus the name of the oldest currently played board game in the world. It's too many things for my mind. I can't keep all those things, and so you tell me.
The answer is Asiago.
I wouldn't have gotten. Is it really?
Yes, Asia plus Go, the Japanese game, much like our modern game Pente.
Why are you here? Why are you not at Jeopardy or something?
Because I know a guy who works on it, and I'm not allowed to go on it.
But you'd be pretty good, right?
I think I'd be pretty fucking good.
As good as Ken Jennings?
I'm good at home. I'll tell you that much.
Are you as good as Ken Jennings?
Well, no, because he makes money, and I don't.
But you're saying you're
I'm
at
an
that
amateur
level.
compared to Ken Jennings.
Mike Sisley, that's really impressive to me. Mike Sislyak says, which ice cream flavor is your favorite out of these three? Vanilla, strawberry, or mint chip? Don't question my questions. I'm stealing them from something else since I can't think of any right now. Andy, you're getting closer with the pronunciation of my username. Go you. Is Sislyak right, do you think?
No, I think it's Sislak. And I think you keep saying Sislyak.
I'm sorry, Mike. Of those three, it would have to unfortunately be vanilla, but I prefer vanilla and chocolate combinations.
I would say of those three, I'll go mint chip.
Yeah, but mint chip, you never order mint chip.
Yeah, yes, I would. If I went to a restaurant and these three offerings were on tap.
I wish I could. I wish I could.
But I would buy mint chip in the store.
I suffer from type 2 diabetes. I guess I could get keto mint chip.
You could. You should.
Do you have one more question? And I want you to answer it if you do. Do you have one more, like me?
I do. It's Irai saying, way too fertile material about last week's test topics, including Andy's Yosemite love and epic tales of Rick O. I hope by next week my story filter is less on the fritz. But in the meanwhile, having to reintroduce yourself to Rick is appropriate. He was in Groundhog's Day. It's true.
Well, a lot of people don't know this unless you're older, like me. He was in tons of movies. I think he still acts but he was in that movie that was You Could Have Said My Nose Is Too Long.
Yeah,
Remember?
he was in
like
Roxanne.
Roxanne.
He got the shit kicked out of him with. Oh no, that was Kevin Nealon got the shit kicked out of him with Rich Scheidner.
With Scheidner, yeah. So no, I think that he's.
And, Steve Middleman was one of the firemen as well, if I recall.
I just don't know how he went from that to refusing vaccines because he says that the government will be planting a way to trace you through the vaccine.
Is that Steve Middleman?
No, Rick Overton.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
No, Steve Middleman. That was like
it was
the
just,
question.
Yeah, you went from
okay,
Steve, you went from me saying Steve Middleman to that.
I'm sorry.
That's why
I'm sorry. I apologize for all of it.
Okay.
You're wrong, but I'm right.
I had one on. I'm stopping by Blue Sky because we got a question.
How's that possible?
We got a question from Mozart on Blue Sky.
Do you post on Blue Sky?
I post occasionally on Blue Sky.
Oh. No, I mean like to ask questions.
No, but Mozart. But anyone who wants to put a hashtag in there and
you'll
alert
find it.
me, I'll do it.
Oh, you're such a great
Mozart,
person.
our old friend Mozart, has migrated. And he said best 80s TV theme, and then here it is. I'll sing it. Just two good old Jews, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw. Had Bill Maher stuck in their craw since the podcast was born. Don't write in every week, but never miss a show. Thoughts on the new Beatles song. And he doesn't know what theme song that is. I happen to know. Okay, what is it? What was it?
No, I thought you said the Beatles song. The new Beatles song is called Now and Then.
No, that's not what we're talking about. Oh, thoughts on the new Beatles song at the end, he said. Yeah.
So don't tell me I'm a liar. All right, so what? No, I don't know what the 80s song. I don't even recognize it.
It was the Dukes of Hazzard theme.
Never watched.
Just the good old boys, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw. They're in trouble with the law since the day they were born.
Is that like a racist show about
straightening the curves, flattening the hills? Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will.
It's a terrible show, right?
Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boys. Wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a two modern-day Robin Hoods.
Yeehaw! That sounds like an awful show.
It was my.
Did you see it?
It was my spirit animal when I was 9.
Wow.
So thanks.
Wow, I say to you.
Thanks for that trip down Nostalgia Row, Mozart. Now we'll move on to the Grand.
I know I loved it. All right.
That was Waylon Jennings who sang that, by the way.
I love Waylon Jennings, and now I've made fun of Waylon Jennings, kind of.
Now I made fun of Waylon Jennings.
Stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
Hold on, I have incoming.
Padding for time.
Go ahead. You're going to do this one because it's never in the order that I'm doing.
All right. Buckle up.
It's going to get what?
It's going to be just me reading questions. What's your point?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought there was something else.
Evan Frierson says the Indian Ocean has a 5-star rating on Google Maps. The North and South Atlantic have a solid 4.5. The Pacific is just a little lower than that, while the Southern Ocean has a dismal 3.4-star rating.
It's so good. That is great.
What would compel thousands of people to review the oceans? The worst part is I find myself thinking the Indian Ocean must be pretty nice. It must be really nice. You guys ever done any seafaring? Maybe performed on a cruise? I don't think I've ever been I've never been into international waters on a boat.
Neither have I.
I've been, except maybe if the Great Lakes comprise international waters at some point at the border or something. But
I've never liked it when I've been on a boat. I've always felt like at best it's okay.
Yeah.
But I could always think there's trouble if I'm not enjoying it here. I wonder what it's going to be out on the open seas.
Yeah, I've been on like whale watching kind of boat trips and things like that, but and I like it. We had a sailboat growing up, but it was all lakes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, sailboats are fun.
They are.
Yeah. And I like when you can. I can't do it, but you can sail.
We sailed
right?
in the Gulf of Mexico actually when I was a kid. We went down to Florida and sailed.
Well, that's a big thing. You've just lied about everything. You just said you've never been in international waters. Now all of a sudden you're in the Gulf of Mexico.
Didn't get to the international waters.
All right, well, stay out of them because there's a Chinese fishing vessel.
I want to open a sports book in international waters.
Hi, it's FanDuel again. Did you bet on what the next play would be in terms of syllables? Okay, that's a weak example.
Catherine 7234 says, have you listened to Ari Shafir's YouTube special entitled Jew? As a member of the tribe, I found it brilliant, esoteric, and thoroughly entertaining. If you haven't seen it yet, I strongly encourage you to do so. If you have, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Well, I will let you do it, talk, but I think Ari Shafir is can I curse on our show?
If you want. It's our show.
He's a fucking asshole. He's just a fucking horrible, horrible human being. I do admit that he can be funny. I think people have said he's funny, but he is an actively bad person, in my opinion. So I'm not going to watch it, and I don't judge you for watching it. But I still, it makes it seem weird that I said it. But that's all I can say about him. I really don't like his guts. He's one of these cringe comics. You know, he's not afraid to do that. He did a thing called The Amazing Racist, where he just drove around and was really racist.
Yeah.
And
that doesn't sound like your style of shit.
No. What about you?
I don't know. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know his stuff at all. I hate to be a
Can
pussy.
you watch that
I hate to be a
special
big
for me?
pussy about it, but I just don't have any grounds to.
He's a bully. He's everything that's bad about the comedy store.
That's the vibe I get, is that he's
a fucking bully. I don't like bullies, and I used to be scared of them, but never having to go back to a club again. I'm not going to run into him. I'm not running into Joe Rogan. It's not going to happen. And if it does happen,
talking about driving to his hometown, I think.
No, okay, I won't go.
Munson 3786. It's hard keeping all these numbers straight with our people. On a podcast called the Good Old Grateful Dead Cast, I just learned something about a song where the official lyric is, wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world.
Yes.
Some fans like to sing, wake up to find out you are disguised as a squirrel. That is all.
That's one of my favorite songs. Wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world. It's a great song.
Okay.
The song has its evenings and songs of its own. It's very, it's got E major seventh chords, which I love. I mean, I love major seventh chords.
Yeah.
I like major seventh and more than the minor chords.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I really blew that answer. Oh, my God, that was
it just went right into Blowhardyville.
I know. I don't. You're entering Blowhardyville and you can't even get out of it because I'm more excited about how much I know than I am about the point I'm making. And then that's just so obnoxious. Why is that so great that you know or don't know something? Well, actually, Josh, you're very close to the truth. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I mean, there's two factors. Knowing it is good. Knowing when to deploy it,
yes,
isn't a whole other skill.
When you grew up and you thought you were stupid, you're always constantly trying to prove that you're not stupid, and that never looks good. I know that one. I know it's to be like me and you watching Jeopardy with you, trying to compete with you when I know I can't compete with you, but I get those juices going.
Yeah.
So I keep saying,
let's do that then.
Decahedron. What is a decahedron?
This is sports. This category is sports.
Category is Jewish comics who are named Ari Shafir.
Decahedron.
I don't want the other person to feel bad about it. I know that he is technically funny.
I think if people decided that they felt bad for liking everyone you hate, we would. We just would not have.
Yeah.
Anyone.
Well, I'm trying to get
There'd
more.
Be no one around.
I'm trying to get more mature about it. Like I might have said things earlier that indicate that I fucking hate his guts, but now I'm much more refined.
Sure. Dan Wade asks, did the Yogi Berra documentary talk about when he sued Time Warner for using the word yogasm? I don't know.
Oh,
if that's
I hope
true.
that I actually went along with that. It was true.
It might be true. It could be true. He was protected. He sued the other ones. So.
Yeah. Did he sue the?
He tried to sue. He tried to sue Hanna-Barbera, but again, his name's not actually Yogi, so he got.
Hanna-Barbera. God bless him. I would do the same thing if I was doing a cartoon. Never change the backgrounds.
Oh, are you suing us? Are you suing us as Yogi Barbera? Huh?
I'd love to get a sarcastic person over there answering.
Oh, would you?
Also, I don't think he liked it because Yogi's not that smart. Yogi Bear. Oh, I'm smarter than the average bear. It doesn't mean you're a genius.
It's like they gave Ed Norton his own show. Zeke Fossey comes in with a very petite question. How do you practice mindfulness in your daily life?
That's a great question, and that's something I am trying to do. I usually do it, if I'm doing it at all, it's usually through breathing exercises and just slowing down like that. Mindfulness meditation is the greatest thing in the world, and I should do it more.
Or at all, let's be honest.
Or at all. Josh.
I can't let Blowhardy come
Just
here.
shut up. You know, okay, I'm going to tell you something, and then you use the Andy Kindler lie meter to tell me what's actually true.
Okay.
I run 5 miles a day for the last 4 years.
He walks 2 miles a day for the last 2 years.
And now we're going to find out, why did you lie? It's just the same reason why I lied when we'd have arguments about who was the greatest guitarist when I was a kid. You have to lie if you don't know.
Yeah.
Like
So you kept
someone
saying
named
Joe
Leslie.
Satriani.
Well, wasn't there a Leslie guy? Someone named Leslie?
There was I think the English guy. Studio.
And he was in that, on 10 Years After or 10 years before.
Oh, no, then we're talking about different people.
Let's not talk about it more. I'll get more confusing.
Neon Tooth says, hey guys, Josh, I was delighted to hear about your nostalgic shake and bake impulse buy. We are both not only 1971 born, but also late May kids. So our zeitgeist is incredibly the same. My most recent FU impulse buys were a box of insanely salty chicken and a biscuit, a 100-gram chocolate bar, and box of Count Chocula cereal for 98 cents. My mom, who died during COVID, never ever let me have sugar cereal, so I suppose I'm acting out while also getting the last laugh. Forgive me. I dumped Count Chocula cereal into Ben & Jerry's ice cream and went to town. I forgive you.
Well, again, does not have type 2 diabetes. I just don't believe you would do it if he would do it.
Probably not. That would be
right.
That would be self-destructive rather than self-indulgent.
Also getting back at your parents.
I liked chicken and a biscuit while I was a kid, but I believe they're beyond salty at this point.
I want to say that
my recollection is they're kind of like crackers dragged through chicken bouillon. Is kind of the taste you got there.
Well, there's things we never had in my house. We never used Hamburger Helper, so I don't even know what that's like.
We did a couple times. It's like it's like a creamy noodle thing.
That just also implies, it also says that you're eating hamburgers more than once a week if you're getting a Helper.
I don't think, well, maybe, but I mean, it's saying that you should beef up this cheap meat that you're buying for your family.
My mom made a nice meatloaf, actually. It was the only thing that she made that was okay. No, she made a couple of things that were okay. But the meatloaf was good because it had tomato sauce on the top and then bacon.
That was ketchup, by the way.
Which, look, she did what she could. She goes, I'm sorry, I don't have ragu.
I hated meatloaf as a kid.
It's a terrible thing. It's terrible. Especially when they put bread in it. You've seen those? They bread it up.
Most meatloafs have some sort of breadcrumb.
Yeah, but not so that you don't see the meat anymore.
Not so it's like a beef fucking Wellington. Delicious Mick says it looks like I took a few notes from last show. Primordial stew sounds like old world food. Fuck pears, and the potato underground sounds like a special needs rap label.
Oh my god! You're not
Josh. Is it true you have a rare recording of Frank Sinatra covering Karen? Peace and love, Mick.
I would love that. That's not true, though, but I would love it.
But, it's close. I actually have Frank Sinatra Jr. recording with the Nelson Riddle Jr. Orchestra. Karen.
Don't waste.
Don't you waste your time on me. Oh, Karen. Don't waste your time on me. You need someone who will help you belong. You need someone who will help you be strong. Oh, Karen. Karen, that person isn't me.
Bump. I was giving a Nelson Riddle sting.
That was good. I liked it. It helped. It told me where.
I like when I help.
It told
don't
me
hurt.
where to stop.
I know. It's after so long, we complete each other's sentences.
Like if you want to go help us, go to buymeacoffee.com /thought spiral.
Give me another one. See if I can do
Now
it.
I'm gonna hang
Up? It's not funny anymore. Keep going.